Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. I am Paisano. If you notice, the co-host chair is empty, and let me tell you why. Genevieve
Has died.
does not want, is threatening to leave the channel. She wants to give her notice. I want to know what you guys think of this, because I feel it's unacceptable. We're talking about Team Paisano. All right? The 1-2 punch. Genevieve and Paisano. Get over here and explain yourself. What is going on with you? She wants to go to bed. Yeah. She doesn't like doing the videos, she said. 5 minutes out of her life is too much, I guess. It's too much. All right, we're going to talk about the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And Goat's Head Soup from 1973. What a title. But they had to come up with something dramatic following Exile on Main Street from, come on. That's a tough act to follow. All right. And this is not as good as Exile on Main Street, but it's a pretty damn good early 70s Rolling Stones record. No doubt. The cover, Mick dipping into his androgynous side. We learned that word today, androgyny. There was a lot of androgyny going on in the early 70s with the glam movement, Bowie and his Ziggy Stardust character, the New York Dolls, just to name a few. And Mick, looks like he's kind of jumping on the bandwagon a little bit there. They started to take a little bit of a different direction here. More of a funk in a lot of places. Keith used more wah-wah, the wah-wah pedal, more than I've ever heard on any other Rolling Stones record. If anybody else out there is aware of him using the wah-wah more on an album, please let me know in the comments. Because I think he was like wah-wahing it up. Wah-wah. Like I said, a tough act to follow. Tough. Let's go over the track list. Now you can see they're kind of following in Mick's lead, although I believe Mick is the only one that actually had makeup on in his one. Everybody else seems to be going natural behind the sheer, whatever they're doing there. Okay, it starts off with Dancing with Mr. D, 100 years ago, Coming Down Again, Do, Heartbreaker, and side 1 finishes with Angie. Side 2, Silver Train, Hide Your Love, Winter, Can You Hear the Music, and Star. Star is, I don't know if they couldn't put what the title actually should have been. It should have been Star Effer, because that's what that's the chorus of the song, and it describes the groupies of the day. My favorite song on this album, I would have to say, is Winter. Angie and Heartbreaker were definitely singles from this album. Dancing with Mr. D, 100 years ago. They were all good songs. All very good songs, but was it an Exile on Main Street? No, it was not. I'm afraid it wasn't. And I believe this was followed by It's Only Rock and Roll, which wasn't as good as this. So they were taking a different route. One review I read said they had taken a step down from the world's greatest rock and roll band, which the title they held from like 1968 to 1972, and they became a very good rock band. But the Stones will always be the greatest rock and roll band of all time. Pure rock and roll. Just a great rock and roll band. Let's talk about subscriptions. I can hardly get it to shut up long enough to talk about subscriptions.
I hate subscriptions.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. We talk about
rock and roll.
Rock and roll here. Yeah. And if you've been watching for some time and not yet subscribed, stop freeloading. I hate freeloaders.
I love freeloaders.
Stop.
So feel free.
Stop
to come
leeching
on.
off of Paisano's extensive musical knowledge, please. And subscribe. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
You heard it straight from John Viev.
I hate this show.
You heard it straight from John Viev. Oh. Until next time, John
Yeah,
Viev, right?
Queens.
Next time.
Maybe.
Well, actually, tomorrow night,
Album
tune
draw.
in for the draw, the album draw. Pull up the Pittsburgh Pirates hat, the equivalent of a crystal ball in Paisano world. And we draw the next album. All right?
Yeah,
Until
Queens.
tomorrow night. Thank you and good night, YouTube. Say good night, John View.
Good night, Queens. Toodles.